Okay, so then at this age, you're 17, but you're still living in Long Island, right?
Yes, sir.
And then at one point, you end up moving back to Philly, or no?
Yeah, I did. Like I said, I start feeling myself. So like you said, around 16, 17, now I'm really feeling myself. Um, they like, yo, listen, you gotta go. You gotta go. So they sent me back to live with my brother. Right. My sisters was like, yo, you gotta go, bro. Now keep in mind, my other sister had came to Long Island at that point. So now we're living all probably down the street from each other. So I'm going back and forth from sister to sister house. I'm pissing both of them off, not listening, staying out, meeting girls. So yeah, they sent me back to my brother's crib, and I stayed with my brother for a year. And he was having mad trouble getting me back in school because, like I said, my mom died. There's really no track record of my history because my mom had everything. So now they're trying to figure out my birth certificate, all of these things that we never knew where they were. So he couldn't get me in school for that whole year. So that whole year, I pretty much watched him be a DJ, learned hip hop, and waited to get in school, and got into all of the wrong shit. Like when I say all of the wrong shit, all of the wrong shit. And unfortunately, in that time of me living with him, he developed tuberculosis. And I think I went on a summer vacation, like a little while after I was there. Like I said, about a year. I went on summer vacation, and while I was going away, he passed away.
Man, rest in peace to your brother, man. So, but tuberculosis isn't like a terminal thing, though. Was he dealing with other health issues?
Okay, so well, no. So what it does is, you catch it airborne. So anything like you catch it in damp places, like places where it's been like old water, old stuff like that. So
Mold.
what it does is, mold. It puts a hardening around your lungs, and it hardens and it hardens and it get harder, and it makes it harder to breathe. And eventually, it gets so hard that your lungs can't expand no more, and it just kind of suffocates you.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I caught it. I actually caught it from my brother in that process. That's what's crazy.
And you got over it. Like, how did it take like a long time for you to get through it?
Yeah. So once he passed away, we found out what he passed away from. I just started getting the symptoms. Just randomly one day, I started coughing. It was the summertime, and I never forget. It was hot. It was like real hot one summer. It was probably like 100 degrees one of them days, and I'm cold. When I say I'm cold, I'm chilly. I gotta have a hoodie on, and it's 90 to 100 degrees.
And you sweating probably
I knew
too,
something was wrong. I'm sweating, I'm coughing. So they took me to the hospital. The first hospital was like, there's nothing wrong with him. They was like, I got a touch of anemia. I need to eat some more meat. Pause. That was their answer. So I was like, okay. My sister was like, nah, we're taking you to another hospital. They took me around the corner, and the next hospital was like, yo, they looked at me. They heard my story. They was like, yo, get him a room now. They made everybody mask up. And they pretty much let us know, like, yeah, if you don't get right soon, you're going to die. So yeah, life was interesting as a young boy, man.
Wow,
Very
man.
crazy.
It's like back to back for you. It's nonstop.
Yeah.
Something like big is happening, traumatic big events happening in your life.
Back to back. Yeah, right back to back. And then my grandma right after my brother. So yeah, it just kept, bro, like I said, thanks to music, yeah, it kept me from becoming somebody different. We wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation.
So prior to dedicating your life to music, right, you said that you were getting into all kinds of trouble. So like, were you in the streets, like doing things that you shouldn't have?
100%. 100%. I mean, dibbling in Philadelphia, let's just get this straight. In Philadelphia in the 90s and in Long Island in the 90s, you could not survive in Wyandanch, in Philadelphia, and Bayshore, and in Brooklyn. You could not survive in none of these places without, unfortunately, doing something illegal. So, yeah, I did a lot of stuff I'm not proud of, bro. A lot of stuff that actually, if I'd have got caught, I probably would have. It's interesting when you're a kid, you don't understand that doing something that is getting you a meal or a pair of sneakers might get you in jail for 20 years. You don't understand that. So looking back, yeah, bro, I was playing a dangerous game, man.
Yeah, man. And then obviously we're talking about things that, are past the statute of limitations now. So were you at that time like doing like robberies or like drug transactions?
Nah, oh yeah, it was Philadelphia and stuff like that. That's all we did was hustle, man. That's all we did was hustle. But you know what comes with hustling? You're gonna have to strap.
You're gonna
You're
have
gonna
to
have to
tool up. Yep.
handle what comes with that, and you know how that go, man. It's the ongoing story. I don't want to sit here and break it down and make it sound like it's something fire because it wasn't. I had to do all of that shit to survive. I'm not proud of none of that, so I wouldn't even sit here and go over it like it's something I'm gonna make seem like it's my movie.
Right, right. But let's talk about the positive because I'm sure that while you were doing that, it's not like something that you were enjoying, right? Because like you were still into music
Nah.
at that time, right? So like you probably were
Yeah.
thinking like, I just want to rap.
Yeah, that was the excuse you would tell yourself, like especially in my era growing up, we all would tell each other, yo, we only doing this so we can get better, or we doing this so we can eat. We doing this to pay the bill. We not hustlers. We not drug dealers. We're somebody trying to take care of the family. That's how we always made ourselves feel better.
Yeah, so you were telling yourself like I'm not another one of these dudes that is like the stereotypical, basically.
Yeah, like it wasn't fun. It was never fun. I was never doing nothing to be down with somebody. I actually was kind of like I said, more ashamed of doing certain stuff. You see certain people that know you and they see you on the corner and they like, ain't you such and such son? What you doing out here on the corner? You can start getting them looks. Yeah, bro, it was it was real interesting. I'm glad I chose hip hop.